Why does a covert narcissist pretend to be helpless? The answer lies in one of their most dangerous and effective manipulation tactics. And if you have ever found yourself in a relationship with someone like this, you know exactly what this feels like. You're dating someone who seems sensitive. They are vulnerable. They share their struggles with you. They tell you about their difficult childhood, their anxiety, their insecurities. And in that moment, you fall deeper. Because you believe you are the only person who truly understands them. But here is what you do not see. You do not see that they are performing. This is the helpless act. And it is one of the most effective tools a covert narcissist has in their arsenal. Let me explain exactly how this works and why it is so dangerous. First, understand what playing the victim role does for a covert narcissist. It shifts the entire dynamic of your relationship. Instead of you being equals, they become fragile. They become the one who needs help. They become the one who is struggling. And you become the one who is strong. You become the caretaker. This is the moment everything changes for you. When someone reveals vulnerability to you, something happens in your brain. It triggers compassion. It triggers empathy. And if you are the kind of person who cares deeply about others, and most people who end up with covert narcissists are, this hits directly at your core values. You believe that loving someone means helping them. You believe that being in a relationship means supporting them through their struggles. You believe that if you just love them enough, care about them enough, understand them enough, they will heal. This is exactly what the covert narcissist is counting on. They do not want to heal. They do not need your love. What they need is your resources, your energy, your time, your emotional labor, your validation, your constant reassurance that they are okay, they are understood, they are cared for. And the helpless act ensures that you will provide all of it. Here is how it typically starts. Early in the relationship, they share something deeply personal. It could be about their past. It could be about their current struggles. It could be about their fears. And they share it in a way that feels so intimate, so vulnerable, so real, that you feel honored they trusted you with this information. You respond with compassion. You listen. You comfort them. And in that moment, they are watching. They are gauging your reaction. They are testing whether this vulnerability strategy works on you. It does. So they use it again, and again, and again. Over time, they become more dependent on your support. Or rather, they appear to become more dependent. They are actually becoming more skilled at the performance. They might struggle to make decisions without you. They might become anxious when you are not there to reassure them. They might tell you that you are the only person who helps them feel safe. They might position themselves as unable to function without your support. And you believe it, because you are watching someone you care about struggle. You are watching them suffer. And you believe that your love and support is literally keeping them afloat. But this is the lie. And it is where the narcissistic manipulation becomes profound. The covert narcissist is not actually struggling. They are acting. They are performing helplessness the same way an actor performs a character in a film. Except the stakes are your entire emotional world. The stakes are your self-worth. The stakes are your time, your resources, and your mental health. While you are exhausting yourself trying to help them, they are completely calm. They are observing. They are calculating. They are figuring out exactly how much they can ask of you. They are testing the boundaries of what you will do. And every time you do more for them, they learn that they can ask for more. The second reason a covert narcissist pretends to be helpless is control. When someone is helpless, they need someone to help them. They need someone to be there. They need someone to respond to their needs immediately. And that person is you. This dynamic gives the narcissist total control over your attention, your thoughts, your behavior, your emotional state, because as long as they are appearing to be helpless, you cannot leave. You cannot prioritize yourself. You cannot pursue your own goals or dreams, because they need you. This is the trap, and it is incredibly effective. The covert narcissist does not need to be overtly abusive or aggressive like an overt narcissist might be. They do not need to yell or threaten or dominate you physically. They just need to be helpless. They just need you to believe that you are the only person keeping them alive. The only person who understands them. The only person who can help them. And suddenly, you are trapped. But the manipulation goes even deeper. Because when the covert narcissist is in private, when nobody is watching, the helplessness disappears. They stand up straight. Their anxiety evaporates. Their vulnerability vanishes. And what you see is someone who is completely fine. Someone who is competent. Someone who is actually quite strong. But when you are there, when you are watching, the performance begins again. The shoulders drop, the vulnerability appears, the neediness returns, and you start to question yourself. Did I imagine that strength? Was I being paranoid? Maybe they really do need me this much. This is gaslighting, and it happens through the performance of helplessness. The third reason a covert narcissist uses this tactic is supply. Narcissistic supply is the energy and validation that a narcissist extracts from their victims. It is what feeds them, and the helpless act is one of the most efficient ways to harvest this supply on a continuous basis. Every time you comfort them, you are providing supply. Every time you reassure them, you are providing supply. Every time you help them, support them, or sacrifice for them, you are providing supply. Every time you believe they are struggling and you respond emotionally, they are fed. A healthy person would not want this dynamic. A healthy person would say, I appreciate your help, but I do not want to be dependent on you. I do not want you sacrificing yourself for me. I want us to be interdependent partners. But the covert narcissist is not healthy. They are hungry for the energy you provide, and they will never tell you to stop. They will never tell you that they are okay and do not need your help. They will never push you toward independence. Instead, they will deepen the helplessness. They will create new crises. They will invent new problems. They will find new ways to make themselves seem unable to cope. And you will keep helping. You will keep sacrificing. And they will keep feeding. Here is what happens over time. You become increasingly exhausted. Your own needs disappear. Your own goals fade away. You are so focused on keeping them functional that you forget to take care of yourself. And the covert narcissist watches this happen with satisfaction. Because the more exhausted you become, the more dependent you are on them for your sense of purpose. The more depleted you are, the less capacity you have to see the truth of what is happening. So you stay. You keep trying. You keep sacrificing. You keep believing that your love will be enough to help them heal. But it will not, because there is nothing to heal. There is no genuine struggle. There is only a performance, a mask, an act designed specifically to harvest your emotional energy and keep you under control. The moment you understand this, truly understand it, everything changes. You start to notice the pattern. You notice how their helplessness appears and disappears depending on who is watching. You notice how they are always able to manage perfectly well when something they want is at stake, but helpless when it comes to doing anything for you. You notice how their vulnerability is always perfectly timed to derail any conversation that threatens their control. You notice how they collapse emotionally whenever you try to establish boundaries or prioritize your own needs. And you realize this is not love. This is not partnership. This is predation dressed up as vulnerability. And that realization is the beginning of your freedom. Because once you see it, you cannot unsee it. Once you understand that the helplessness is a performance, you can finally protect yourself. You can stop sacrificing your own well-being for someone who is using your compassion as a weapon against you. You can finally walk away. And when you do, they will not crumble. Because they were never actually helpless. They will simply find someone else. Someone else whose compassion can be exploited. Someone else whose love can be harvested as supply. But that will no longer be you. And that is your strength.